Hey, Mark R. Clifford, and welcome back to Writers, Readers, or Neither. And today, I'm talking to another writer, Devin Green, a friend of mine. And Devin, welcome.
Well, thank you.
And I want to know a little bit about this book.
Okay.
And I want to know how you arrived at this story.
Okay, well, I usually arrive at my stories thinking about a plot, okay, and then I develop the characters around it. When I talk about my books, I always have a hard time knowing how much to say because I don't want to give away too much. But this book hopefully will make readers think about what they might do if they were in the situation of the main protagonist, Crystal.
So, Devin, if I may, I've heard some reviews about this book already,
Okay.
and they say wonderful things about it. But do you have an expertise to where you can write in this protagonist's footsteps?
Well, there are some medical things in the book. This isn't really mainly a medical book, but I do have a background in biochemistry and medicine, so I'm always comfortable writing, in those areas, and that's most of my books, revolve around something in medicine or biochemistry. Okay, and in this particular book, I'm dealing with transplants, and I know something about that, but as with all my books, I have to also do some research if it's not directly in my field of expertise. And so I research a lot and I learn a lot, and that's one thing I enjoy about writing books.
Terrific. So tell us about this story.
Okay.
It's like a real little elevator pitch.
Okay.
And where our readers can get a copy.
Okay. Well, the book starts with a protest run by an organization called STOP. And what STOP stands for is Stop Transplants of Organs from Prisoners, because recently in some states, they're executing prisoners and using their organs for transplants. Okay, so this is actually something that has happened in some countries. Some people have talked about doing it here. We're going to execute them anyway. So you have to wonder, what could go wrong with that? So it opens up with a protest, and people are, protesting what's going to happen. A van comes up, they bring out a prisoner, and they take him into the building behind them, and it turns out the building is a hospital, and that's where they do the organ retrieval, which obviously will kill the person.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is this a thriller, a mystery? How would you classify it?
I would call it somewhere between a thriller and suspense. It's not my fastest moving book, but there's a lot of suspense, and things go where you might not think they're going to go. Okay.
Terrific. So where can our readers get a copy of this book?
Okay. Well, it's going to be, once it's released on April 15th, it will be available Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple Books, Google Book, any place you can get books. And it can be ordered at any bookstore.
Wonderful. One last thing you want to tell our readers?
I hope you enjoy it if you buy it. I enjoyed writing it.
Terrific. Thanks for coming by.
Okay, thank you.